Okay, are you feeling like a little stuck? As if you have this great offering, you have so much momentum, but you're like, how can I get more people to buy? How can I get more people to be excited about my offering? Okay, so I want to talk to you about something that most people are like, oh, but I actually find like a lot of joy out of it, and that is the idea of doing some level of a cold call. Now, I know that has a connotation around it, and I use that terminology kind of loosely, but I want to talk to you about cold calling in sales. And this is just one way, one technique that you can improve your sales. And if you grab the Savvy Sales Guide, I have 5 different strategies, 5 different important things for you to know about how to improve your sales, along with actionable exercises that are going to help you put it into practice in your business. So if you haven't already, be sure to grab the Savvy Sales Guide. Okay, so back to cold calling. I have obviously done this as a door-to-door sales girl, and also I do this in my company. And I think that when we think about cold calling, I want you to think about the fact that it's not just for selling. So this could be about gaining collaborations. This could be about networking with somebody who you really, really, really want to know. This is a way for you to reach out and hopefully get a yes from somebody or for something that you're really excited about. So one story I can think about is this time where I was running my podcast a few years ago, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it. Like, what is the worst thing that could happen from sending this Instagram DM? Like, no. They say no. They say nothing. They say no. I can handle nothing or no, so I'm just gonna go for it. And there was somebody on Jenna Kutcher's team that I won't name, but I was like, man, I really would love to get her on my podcast show. So what did I do? I sent her a cold call Instagram DM. And what happened? She was a guest on my podcast. And this has happened in other instances. Other guests on my podcast have been because I've done that. Other opportunities that I have with colleagues is simply because I've done this technique, or I've used it to gain sales. And so I think that leading with authenticity, but with bravery, is really, really important. So here's how you kind of just quickly outlining a cold call, whether it's for collaboration, whether it's for sales. So you want to keep it really tight, really short. So that's something that I found with people as I work with them. They do the whole spiel, the whole introductory, and it is so long. Okay, sorry, but nobody's going to read that. They're not even going to get to your call to action at the end, and it's going to be setting you up for failure. So we're going to keep it really tight, 5 or 6 sentences. And that's going to help them get to the end. And you don't have to lead them to the full yes. Maybe we're doing this in stages. So would you be, maybe if it's a sales situation, you're saying, you're doing this technique and you're just saying, would you be interested in getting more information? Would you be interested in setting up a phone call? We're not asking them, are they interested in signing up and buying? You're just getting them through the phases, right? So think about that as really important for a cold call. You are just helping them step up, and you're going to build a know, trust factor with them. And so they are going to build that relationship. They're going to know you're amazing, that you have something amazing to bring to the world. And so you are building that rapport with them. So this is the first step. Here is the outline for a cold call. First, one line, build rapport. Something to build rapport with them. Hey, I noticed this in your post. It really spoke to me. I can tell that you're a taco lover. Where's your favorite place to order in Austin? I don't know. Whatever it is, one sentence that builds rapport. Okay, your next 1 or 2 sentences is a historical review. So if you have some sort of background with this person, some sort of relationship with this person, some sort of way that you've previously interacted, something, maybe this would be an expansion of content you've learned from them, that kind of thing, this is where you do that. So you could even say, hey, I've noticed that you've had a lot of interaction on my Instagram, that you've been asking questions about X, Y, and Z. And it seems like based on what I can see in your profile, you are somebody who does this, and that's exactly who I work with, right? So some sort of historical review is going to be helpful for you. Okay, the next step is you are going to explain sort of who you are and what you're about. 1 to 2 sentences. Okay, so yes, I have a podcast, and it really is specific on helping female creative entrepreneurs create systems and create sustainable sales. And I thought that you would be great because of this. And so I wanted to ask to see this. Okay, the next step is in 1 or 2 sentences, you're going to explain who you are and what you're about. So I'm a business coach, and I have an opening in my program, and I specifically help service-based businesses understand system and sales in order to double their revenue. I'm a podcast host. I have a show, and we feature women that do X, Y, and Z, and you seem like you would be a perfect fit. Okay, generally who you are, what you do, and for an extra punch, how it pertains particularly to them. If you want to show that you've done your research in this cold call, whether it's in the rapport building, whether it's in the historical review, whether it's at this point where you're talking about who you are and what you're about and how it pertains to them. Doing your research is seriously going to help you convert or not convert in this conversation. All right, 4th step is your call to action. And this question is 1 sentence. I'm not even giving you the option of 2. It should be 1 sentence. And you should be able to get a yes or no response based on this question. Should be that simple. They can respond to you with yes or no. So you're going to say, I wondered if you would be interested in getting on a 30-minute virtual call to talk about your current pricing and restructuring that you're doing. Yes, no. I wondered if you'd be interested in hearing my next steps for this collaboration and seeing if it would be a good fit for you in this quarter. Yes, no. I'm wondering if you would be open to being a podcast guest, and that would pertain this, and this. Yes, no. Okay, 1 succinct question they can answer yes or no to. That is your call to action. Okay, then you can give it an extra power punch with these techniques. That could be your full cold call right there, or we could add these few power punch techniques. You could add an additional alternate yes question after that. So you've gotten a call to action, and so let's say it's a virtual coffee, right? You've asked for a virtual coffee. You could say, and I was wondering if you would be interested in grabbing a 30-minute virtual coffee, ? I have availability this Tuesday or next Thursday. Which works best for you? Ooh, gosh, that's having them have a little more of a push. It's a little bit of a stronger close, and you're having them say yes or yes. So it's easier, right, when you give people 2 options, an alternate yes question. Do you want Chinese food or would you prefer Italian? Instead of asking, just leaving out, would you like ice cream for dessert, you could say, would you prefer to go out to Grater's, or maybe would you like to go to Bricks Ice Cream? And then they could say, oh, Grater's or Bricks, or maybe they say, actually, could we just have an ice cream cone at home? But that moves them to a yes action that is giving them options, and they're going to be able to choose one of the options or offer up a third option. Okay, so that's 1 power punch move that you can make. Another one is an insinuation of follow-up. So you can ask the call to action and say, if I don't hear from you by the end of the week, I'll plan to reach out again on Monday. I know how quickly your inbox fills up. If I don't hear from you by the end of the week, I'll plan to send another DM. I know these get super lost for me, and I want to be sure to pop back up. Something like that. Okay, so This is the secret sauce, man. I just gave you gold. And I hope that you take it and you choose to build some collaborations, create some connections with people that you've been really admiring and hoping to talk with. Use it to grow your sales, to take that energy that you have and that excitement you have for the offering and to get it out to more people. Okay, so you're ready. Design your cold call with what you have in mind, your intention you have in mind. And before you check off and go do that, don't forget to grab the Savvy Sales Guide. It's packed with amazing knowledge and implementation for you. So I want to make sure that you've got that in your hands.